At Moe's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Moe's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Decker, swim dodge, fires and scores! Skipping a step, behind the back! Pass, the extra look, and the goal! Shot on goal and good. Welcome to Mount Sinai High School, where tonight the Varsity Media Sports Network presents arguably the game of the year on Long Island as the undefeated Wildcats of Shoreham Wading River take on the host Mustangs, also undefeated, from here at Mount Sinai. Dylan Butler here with the Farmingdale head coach Mike Hungerford, and this should be a phenomenal game. This one, letting you guys know, is presented in part by Whitfit Athletics, as well as Moe's Mexican Grill. In addition, there we go, Whitfit Athletics, Moe's Mexican Grill, in addition to Sideline Swap and Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation. Mike, you know it's a big game. You got 4 title sponsors. Everyone wants a piece of this one. We were directed to the back parking lot here, so it's senior night. There's so many things here. Look, there's 9 miles that separate these two teams, but very little separate them in terms of the landscape, in terms of the way Suffolk C is. And we look at the standings, Mike, and these teams are as close as they can be, both undefeated. We see it there. Shoreham and Mount Sinai separated by nothing. No power points are separating from that. That's how big this game is. It's big every year. They end the season for some crazy reason every year against each other, and it's a happening.
Oh, it's pretty cool just to be here, Dylan. It's pretty interesting situation here. 2 of the last undefeated teams in the state of New York, let alone Suffolk County or anywhere else in New York State. So one of them's going to walk away with a loss, and they're probably, you would bet, going to play again in a few weeks. So interesting dynamics at play here.
We thought that was the case a year ago, Mike, when Shoreham Wading River at home won in overtime over Mount Sinai, giving the Mustangs their only defeat of the year, right? So everyone expected round 2 would be in the Suffolk C Championship, but then Bayport Blue Point upset that a little bit with a big win over Shoreham in the semifinals, so it ended up going to Mount Sinai. Will these two teams meet again? Well, a little bracketology for you to start, and you see these are nobody's set in stone right just yet, right? This is as according to the current standings. See Shoreham 1, Mount Sinai 2, but also Miller Place and Bayport. Those teams can move big games as well as here in Suffolk C. So a lot can change here, but what we do know, it's very simple. The winner of this is the top seed, which holds a lot of weight out here in Suffolk C.
I would definitely say you'd want to be the number 1 seed, because right now, if Bayport Blue Point finishes in 3rd, they're playing their best lacrosse right now, Bayport. They had, I think, a little slow start to the season, and they're really turning it on with some big wins of late. So being 1 certainly puts you in maybe in a better situation than being 2 right now.
Yeah, there were a lot of injuries for that Bayport team, and guys are healthy now. And this guy you see on our screen raring to go, part of the senior night ceremonies they had just before we came on the air. How about a look at the tail of the tape, and really as close as you could get here between these two teams. You see their Varsity Media Sweet 16 ranking. Mount Sinai, the new number 1. Number 3 is Shoreham Wading River. Sandwiched between them is St. Anthony's. You see their national ranking as of the Nike USA Lacrosse magazine. Mount Sinai 3, Shoreham 9. Again, both tied for first. Big wins. You look at Mount Sinai, and you go back to that Geico High School Lacrosse Showcase out at St. Anthony's on ESPNU, and a big rally for them. They didn't score in the first half. Joey Spallina was held scoreless for the first time in the first half by Brendan Staub at Garden City, but a big second half. They rally, they win that game. And Shoreham Wading River as well, they just kind of come off a big 10-9 win in overtime at Bronxville. It was a game in that one as well where they were down by 2 late. Final minute to go. Liam Grigorek scores the tying goal with 7 seconds left. Ryan Hurt, the game winner as well, against a very good Bronxville team. So that a huge win for them, just to kind of taste that adversity as you head into the postseason.
Yeah, I think for Shoreham Wading River, heading up there and playing up at Bronxville, taking the bus, long bus ride, getting off the bus, warming up, playing in a tight game, can only serve them well later in the playoffs. I think Coach Taylor would agree with that. We're certainly finding a way to rally and win. Both these teams have had quite a couple easy victories along the way, easier victories, you would say. And the Garden City game for Mount Sinai and the game for, the Bronxville game for Shoreham Wading River, certainly challenging for them.
We look at our impact players, and it starts with the visitors, and it's Alec Grigorek. What a stud he is. Just a junior, but he's been starting since the 8th grade. He is, Mike, Shoreham's Joey Spallina, if you will, right? A guy who's been that guy since he was in 8th grade, and you see his numbers here, 57 goals, 22 assists, going to Navy. A year ago in that overtime win, this is the guy who scores the winning goal against Mount Sinai. So he's used to the big moments, stepping up, playing big. We expect the same from Grigorek here tonight.
Sure, Grigorek, thick, strong guy, very similar to Spallina, and can shoot it, can do a bunch of things with or without the ball. Excellent finisher, and he's definitely going to be in the eyesights of the Mount Sinai defense all game long.
And if Grigorek is Shoreham Wading River's Spallina, there is only one Joey Spallina. There's a few Spallinas we'll see, but there's only one Joey Spallina, the number 1 recruit in the country. And you see the numbers here this year as well, surpassing even last year's numbers. 64 goals, 72 assists. What an exceptional year he has had. He is the man. There is no set plan to defend him. In fact, when we spoke with Mike Taylor, the Shoreham Wading River head coach, he said we've got 2 different game plans. One is against Mount Sinai, and then you have to have another game plan entirely to defend Joey Spallina.
Sure, besides Joey's obvious, physical talents and gifts, and his lacrosse IQ is off the charts, and he's been played a million different ways over his life. Any way you want to play him, he's handled it before. So, nothing will surprise him. Nothing will get him off his game. He'll eventually just produce those great numbers. Let's
take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Shoreham Wading River, and you see it's Kane, Kursich, and Grigorek up front. Franny Cortez, who is just a monster, going to Harvard. He's in the first midfield line along with Ryan Herr and Liam Grigorek, who will also face off. At long stick midi, it's Ryan Farron. And your D, Dylan Zahn, Jake Whitney, and Liam Taylor. The goalie is Jaden Galfano for head coach Mike Taylor. In his 8th season out of Huntsville. That's not Alabama. That is in northern Ontario. Now the starting lineup for Mount Sinai. Again, Spallina, LaForge, and Marsala, an incredible trio of attackmen for the Mustangs. Your midfield is Coretta, Takis, Jake Spallina as well. Facing off will be Austin Oppenheim, although Jake Spallina steps in there as well. At long stick midi, an absolute monster in Dylan Seguiter. And your close D is Brett Spallina, Colton Marr, and Nick Jafaris. In goal, Braden Wilkin for head coach Harold Drum, a 1994 graduate of Ward Melville High School in his 16th season at the helm. So just about set to go here as the team's ready to take the field. We spoke with both coaches leading up and asked about some keys. And for Mike Taylor at Shoreham Wading River, he said, listen, the game will probably come down to depth and turnovers as well as a few lucky bounces. He said we were fortunate last year in that overtime win at home to get a few lucky bounces in that one. And honestly, he said he thought in 2019 we got a lucky bounce, and that's how the game rolls in these type of games. But his guys, much like Mount Sinai, have been used to this big moment. And for the Mustangs, keys, listen, they said we've got to play really good team defense against an attack that is diverse, right? We know Spallina's the alpha male, but there isn't. We showed Grigorek, but there's 6 guys here that they work as a true unit. So they're going to be tough to defend, and that's the thing. You got to play team defense against a true team offense. So Drum said you can't have any of our guys defensively not play well because their guys are good all over the field. Offensively, they have talented players at high levels. He thinks they do as well defensively, so can't have any individual letdowns within that team defense.
Yeah, Dylan, what I think interesting is you look at the two rosters. Shoreham Wading River much younger overall than Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai is certainly playing a mix of 3 to 4 grades. Shoreham certainly very few seniors. Franny Cortez is a monster senior for them, and on defense with Whitney, but most of their players are a little bit younger. So we'll see how they handle all this pomp and circumstance here and all this attention in the big game here today.
And that was one of the question marks that Taylor said at the start of the year, right? He said, how would the inexperienced guys deal with it? Not inexperienced, of course, in the sport of lacrosse, but inexperienced to the varsity level, right? He said, we're a bit young. We don't have a lot of senior leadership, as you said, with experience, but it was a question of how quickly they would mature with some game savviness. And that overtime win against Bronxville kind of showed them a lot, especially heading here into the late of the regular season, So he said we hadn't been in that situation before. He figures it's going to help them in the playoffs, and they've answered the bell to this point. This, though, the biggest challenge to date for either team.
Opening face-off here, Dylan. You have Oppenheim representing Mount Sinai.
And it should be Gregoric, Liam, the younger of the two. There's going to be a rotation there for Shoreham. We expect also to see a lot of William Miller, clean face-off win, and the Mustangs start on attack.
Face-off game will be pretty interesting here, Dylan. Both teams have two players, more than one player that they'll put out there. But if Mount Sinai gets going with Oppenheim and he starts winning them, that allows Spallina, and not Joey Spallina, Jake Spallina, to just play in the midfield, and he gives him tremendous legs all game long.
And that's who just touched the ball there a moment ago, number 1, Jake Spallina. You can't get rid of the Spallinas that easily. Jake and Brett back for another year. After Joey heads up to Syracuse, they'll join him in a year's time. A little bull dodge by Coretta goes to X, and there is Joey Spallina. Spallina lowers the shoulder. Turns, takes a slash, no flag. Takes another one. It's 22 on 22 violence. They swing it, and there's Jake Spallina.
Early in the dodge, Dylan, looked like there was a player a little pre-slid, maybe to help, but looks like they're just going straight up with it right now.
Spallina again. Gets a step. Nice first save as well by Galfano.
Got a push call. Looks like Marsala ended up in the crease. Going to give the ball back to Mount Sinai on the restart.
An important first save by the sophomore Galfano, who remarkably has 184 saves on the season. He has faced a lot of shots.
184 is a very good number this day and age. Seeing some rubber for an undefeated team as a sophomore is excellent.
Jake Spallina swings it to Marsala. And now it's LaForge, the sophomore. A whistle is blown. Didn't see the infraction, but we'll go the other way. And Mount Sinai, as we saw earlier in the year, Mike, against Northport, just ferocious with their ride.
Yeah, they got out early there, Shoreham, off the restart, off the quick whistle. It looked like they had a play set up there, and they got a nice look out of it, but it looked like there was maybe a moving screen or a moving pick off the ball. It caused that whistle to blow by the officials.
So Shoreham Wading River, their first time on attack now, and again, a diverse attack for them. A lot of different guys who could impact this game.
Sure, it looks like by looking at statistics, they have 7 players with more than 10 goals. Which shows you how many guys are getting involved offensively.
And this is the guy who scored the game winner in Bronxville, Ryan Herr, the junior. Up top to Cortez, swings it back to Herr. Back to Cortez. Shot, and there's the first save for Mount Sinai as Wilkin makes the stop.
Mount Sinai playing that bit of a matchup zone they play, and it changed up your offense a little bit. They had a pretty good look, but he was up to the task on the first one. Wilkin.
Here's Coretta.
Coretta and Spallina give them tremendous minutes at the midfield. They're going to play the whole game almost.
Yeah, there's not really a second midfield line, right? There's like one or two guys who will come in, Christian Colantonio being one. But he's the guy who eats up most of the minutes. Really, other than that, not a lot of guys in the midfield because of what they can do. Spallina turns, pops it back out on top to Coretta, the Georgetown commit, a workhorse. Lowers his shoulder, loses the ball. Ground ball battle we expect to be ferocious here today. Coretta takes a shot, stays with the ball, extra pass from the top. That shot wide of the mark by Takis.
I think the referees were thinking about throwing the flag there, and he had a little man on his back, and he kept the ball, and he stayed in bounds, and his hand went to the pocket, but it didn't come out.
The sun, difficult for us in the press box. I don't know how much of an effect, though, Mike, it'll have on the game as Spallina turns, fires, goal! Coretta gets the opener.
Great look by Joey Spallina inside. Coretta just with a little high C cut in there and turns and finishes the ball low and away. And that just shows some of the brilliance. We use that word quite a bit here to have Joey Spallina tell of his brilliance.
Just that little turn, right? That was which allowed him then to get the ball to Coretta, who scored his 21st of the season.
Joey Spallina is very adept at understanding wherever slide is coming from, wherever to slide is, and if it's coming or not coming. And there it was late, and he was able to force that ball, throw that ball inside, and not a force at all, and find Coretta inside for the goal.
Another face-off win for Mount Sinai. Marsala, he'll go to Quinnipiac. He's a junior, though. 30 goals, 13 assists. Big year for him after seeing limited minutes a year ago.
One of Mount Sinai's biggest strengths is the ability to win those face-offs in a row, one after the other, and that's why they're able to play with a smaller midfield rotation, have the ball so often.
Here's Coretta. And the problem, obviously, with a Mount Sinai offense like they have is somebody's got to get short-poled. And right now, that was Coretta. This is a guy who never sees the short pole. What a look from X. Shot, though, by Marsala. Off the mark, and now Shoreham can push it in transition. Little bounce pass, nice pickup there by Stephen Kane.
First two clearing attempts by Shoreham were off of either a quick whistle or off of a ground ball, so Mount Sinai wasn't really able to employ the 10-man that they do so well. I think that's one of the keys from Shoreham is being able to get out early and not let the 10-man get thrown on you.
Here is Alec Grigorek. Goes to Ryan Wilson up top. Older brother Jake, such a big part of what Shoreham's done the last couple of years. There's Alex Kershitz, the younger of the two, a sophomore, number 1. But he is very, very good. Gets it to X, swings it. Kane, a patient set here. Ryan Wilson.
Taking their time trying to get organized here a little bit.
Alex Kersic.
Got to have patience against the zone look here from Mount Sinai. Because zones want you to be impatient, right? They want you to do things with the ball that you're not used to and force balls places.
Top side shot. Oh, big save by Wilkin. Denying Alec Grigorek.
That was a great hitch by Grigorek off the rotation. Excellent save by Wilkin, and he got the rebound control as well.
His second save early on. You go pole to pole. Jafaris, the Binghamton commit, a junior. And now here comes Marsala. LaForge. And one of the reasons this Mount Sinai team is as good as it is those somewhat unheralded guys, right? You get good saves, you get the face-offs, you get strong pole work, and you let these guys do their thing. Spallina lowers the shoulder, feeds it. Goal line extended, going in front. A diving shot.
Crease violation.
Crease violation, no goal.
They started to push up in the ride, but they got the quick restart. They were able to get the ball up the field and got out right away. Dylan, you were commenting before about the unheralded type guys, and what's great about Mount Sinai is everyone knows their role and what's going on here and how to play and how to fit themselves in, and everyone's got an important role, all the guys in the rotation, but they play within themselves and they know what their job is to do, and it's part of why they're so successful.
Just a 1-goal difference to this point. Shoreham looking to equalize here as we approach the 4-minute mark of this first quarter. Nice dodge, firing wide of the mark was Liam Gregoric.
Tried to run out a little bit of angle. Tried to rifle that one into the corner, just missed.
Kane gets it back. Kane inexperienced as far as game time goes, but really high lacrosse IQ, savvy. Here's her to his left. Little bouncer, that's tough to handle. Good job picking it up by Liam Kursish. Kursish operates from X. Nice feed out to Kane. Gets it right back. Spins. Turns it inside. Little inside roll. Another spin. Gets him on a top. And that one off the bar.
Great re-dodge and great move and getting some elevation and knocking it off the bar. Just a little unlucky there.
Liam Kursish, head coach Mike Taylor says, is a combination of Chris Gray as there's a shot. Another kick save by Wilkin.
Really good offensive possession by Shoreham. Just couldn't finish. Wilkin was up to the task.
In transition, Spalina wide of the mark. I was going to say, going back to Liam Kursish, a combination of Chris Gray and Xavier Arline. That's like the highest praise you can have as an attacking player at Shoreham Wading River.
That's some statement by Coach Taylor, and those are two great players.
He said he is special. Liam Kursish, 25, can do it all. He said he's got the vision of a Gray and some of those moves of an R-line.
Saw the moves before when he rocked one off the pipe there. Had the explosiveness, to come out of a roll and get his hands free.
And this guy on the ball is one big muscle. Franny Cortez.
A little big boy battle right there between Coretta and Franny Cortez.
Love it. Liam Kursish. Gets it right back. And it's her up top. Played D-Midi a year ago. Now one of the attacking guys. Tough feed in front. Attempted to her. And will go the other way.
They had a cutter there. Just couldn't come up with the feed. Interesting as you watch how people decide to attack for Mount Sinai defense. The Garden City guys attacked it one way. Northport a different way. I've seen them play several times, Mount Sinai, and everybody seems to attack it a slightly different manner. It's got a touch there by Mount Sinai. Clock was spinning on him a little bit.
Minute 30 left. Here's Jake Spalina. 25 goals and 7 assists for one of the two younger Spalinas.
They're going to hold for one here, maybe.
Here's Colantonio. We mentioned him before. Big kid lefty, a junior. 11 goals and 3 assists on the year. 1 minute left in this first quarter.
See if the referees let this go on for the whole minute or they make him keep it in.
Colantonio bringing her back out with him. Gets topside, bounces it back outside. Here's Spalina. You've seen him operate from X. Now he's dodging from the top. Spalina cuts inside, loses it for a moment, and still gets the shot off.
Little over the head, one-handed over the head check right there. Old school check right there, but by Jake Whitney.
30 seconds.
Now here's Joey with it.
Try to play for one here in the last few seconds. The clock run a little more.
One of the problems with this guy, right, is, again, the numbers, 64 goals, 72 assists. He is equally adept at both, loses it for a moment, ground ball, scooped up, and now Shoreham, if they can get something quickly, they could try to push it. 3 seconds. Quick pass, step inside, low shot, and Wilkin, not sure if it would have counted, but he'll make another save. Tremendous first quarter. Want to thank our sponsors, WhitFit Athletics in nearby Easawtucket. Sports performance training for all sports. They help to improve speed, strength, power, and cognitive abilities. They work with athletes of all ages, from youth to pro. A free evaluation when you mention Varsity Media. That's WhitFit Athletics, 631-901-6199. Also want to thank the folks at Sideline Swap, where lacrosse players buy and sell their gear. Mike, I love this concept. You can shop top brands up to 70% off. So if you're a lacrosse guy, you've got some old gear, you can put it up to sell. Someone else can buy it. You can cash in on last year's season gear. Get started at sidelineswap.com. We'll take a quick break, come back for the start of the second quarter. You're watching this Suffolk Class C showdown between Shoreham Wading River and Mount Sinai right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
And welcome back to Mount Sinai. No breaks here. We just keep going. Dylan Butler, Mike Hungerford here. Tremendous one out at Mount Sinai, and only one goal separating. It was a bit of a chess match in that first quarter, Mike. Only the one goal to this point.
Wilkin with some outstanding saves in the net for Mount Sinai. You know, a couple really good looks from Shoreham Wading River they couldn't cash in on. And the one goal, you know, on the assist from Spolina to Coretta, it gives us 1-0.
This has been the part where, and now Shoreham gets their first win. I was going to say, first two face-offs, and Taylor kind of treats it almost like an overtime face-off win, right? You get the face-off, the first that they've won, and he'll keep it here as they get the timeout. But that was the one spot I was going to say has been dominant by Mount Sinai, where they won their first two face-offs, and you see there finally Shoreham getting one, and they get the timeout.
You know, Dylan, it's hard, too, with the face-off situation that those guys have, they only got 2 reps in the first quarter, right? And the third rep now, so there's a lot of standing around and being able to get ready for that whistle.
Want to thank, of course, also the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation, whose mission is to spread the positive spirit of lacrosse and support the highest ethical standards for all participants through their annual initiative, which include targeted grants, scholarship programs, lacrosse educational clinics, and events to raise awareness and resources in support of the game. Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation.
Great organization, Dylan, of which I'm proud to say I'm a board member. And we try to do a lot of things all across Long Island, the metropolitan region, to spread this great game.
Yeah, some incredible events. And you know, we had Eric Minio with us during the St. Anthony's Chaminade game, round 2 of those 3. And, of course, he's got a tremendous event as well. And you guys are a part of that. And just some great work here on the island. Off the face-off, off the timeout, off of the face-off. Let's see what Taylor draws up here.
Good inbounds off the timeout, clear. Simple. Throw it back to the goalie. 2 attackmen doubling the ball. Throw it back to the midi, over the line. Well done by Shoreham right there.
Taylor, a new Shoreham resident, just moved into the district, was out at Floyd, which means that he brought Liam, one of his 2 sons, as well as What am I missing on his second son? Owen is the other two. The two that are here, there's still two others. Noah and Jake are at Wingate right now. They just played a Division II NCAA game, but moved them out of the Floyd district. So Des Magna probably not the best friend anymore of Mike Taylor. But it was for the best, he said, of the family. Here comes the clear, and here comes Jake Spallina.
Looked like a great check there by Coretta off the dodge, causing a turnover.
I love Coretta's two-way game, right? Because he's tough to handle on either side of the ball.
And he's headed to Georgetown University, where Coach Warren, he'll be a perfect fit for how Coach Warren wants to play and the toughness that he preaches and how Georgetown plays. And obviously Maryland, the heavy favorite to win the national championship this year, Division I national championship. But I think Georgetown might have something to say before it's over.
Number 2 seed for the Big East champs.
Dylan, I think everyone's playing it a little slow right now. I think also it's warm here today, and all of a sudden out of the we haven't had great weather, been in the 50s and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden it's in the 70s today, and it could slow everybody down a little bit.
3 come to Joey Spallina. Gets it to Jake, and he also hits one off the bar. Look at the dive for both guys trying to get to that ball.
Great skip by Joey Spallina to his brother for a step down on the backside. We've got a couple rang off the pipe.
And that one deflected, so it stays with Mount Sinai. This place is standing room only. Some incredible, just fans up against the fence. Here's Joey. Gets it, nice look, and there's the goal. Spallina to Spallina as Jake gets the finish off the feed from Joey.
So right there, what's going on there, Dylan, just if we'll get the replay in a second, is that they have a little action there with the pick, and Shoreham is electing not to play behind the goal with the pick. They stay off of it, and then when Joey comes topside, they get a double team on there. The shorty goes with him, and so does the pole, and Joey, I've seen it a million times, throws it back to his brother, who's able to finish it.
So Jake was the one screening and got hammered, got right back up, though, and gets his 26th goal of the year. And already Joey Spallina's got 2 assists to add to his Long Island leading total of 138 points. Quickly, here comes Shoreham Wading River with the response. Just like that, Alec Gregorek pulls the Wildcats to within a goal.
You can see Gregorek's strength, right? Just, winding up a little bit and then stepping through a check and keeping that cradle tight and getting to the front side of the goal. See it coming up here on the replay, Dylan. See how he had that little wind-up like he was going to shoot off the break off the face-off, and then kind of dug his shoulder in there and drove through the check and got to the face of the goal.
And how about this? We went Spallina to Spallina. We just went Gregorek to Gregorek on that one. The brothers helping each other out.
Dylan, you're a professional with this. I am a certainly rank amateur, and there's just too many brothers involved here. I may say less today.
Just say the last name, and the odds are you're going to be pretty good.
There's a pro tip right there.
2-1 lead for Mount Sinai, 9:04 to go. Battle of undefeated teams.
I think that was a really important goal for Shoreham, just to get on the board, and they had a couple good possessions. They weren't able to finish. Worked a bit up to the task, and just to get them on the board and everybody can take a deep breath, and it's 2-1 and let's just play.
And look, the cliche of the sport is it's a game of runs, right? But you can't give a Mount Sinai too many goals before you try to make your comeback. So 3-0 would have been a different story than 2-1 is, certainly. Here's Joey Spallina. Ooh, he takes one high, and there is our first flag. Turning lefty shot fired high and wide by Coretta, but we'll have our first man up. We'll see the call over at the table across the way from us.
Whitney was up pretty high on him there. Needs to get down that chair a little more. That's Joey's game, right? He's gonna press into you, use his strength, body size.
30-second push, so perhaps a bit fortunate because that was a high shot there.
30-second penalty. That's number 22 for Shoreham Wading River.
So Jake Whitney in, and he's the leader of this Shoreham defense, right? So this is a chance for Mount Sinai, even though it's only a 30-second man up. Whitney's the guy in the back.
Shoreham defenseman, few tall guys with tremendous reach.
Oh, yeah.
On the passing lanes.
Jake Spallina, step down, goes top shelf. The man up goal, his second of the game, gives Mount Sinai the 3-1 lead.
When you have Joey Spallina behind the goal and man up, you're going to have a pretty high man up percentage. He's very good excellent at diagnosing what the defense is doing and who to distribute the ball to, one of his greatest strengths. He throws a very catchable ball, puts it right in guys' sticks so they can wind up and shoot. It's just a trait that's kind of under discussed still, and right is, throwing a pass that you can shoot it out of. A very catchable ball.
For Joey Spallina, his third assist of the game. Face off. It's a battle. Still loose. And it comes to Mount Sinai, who get the timeout, as it looked like LaForge was looking to get that ground ball.
Definitely think the officials are trying to stay out of this one. Let the two teams figure it out. Dylan, there's a lot of stuff going on, but let them play it and figure it out. I love it.
Want to thank again Whitfit Athletics in East Setauket, Sports Performance Training. They do such a great job at Whitfit in East Setauket. Sports performance training for all sports. They help improve speed, strength, power, and cognitive abilities. Whitfit works with athletes of all ages, from youth to pro. A free evaluation when you mention Varsity Media. That's Whitfit Athletics, 631-901-6199 in East Setauket.
Dylan, I know our cameras are on the home bleacher side, and there's only a small little bleacher over there on the visiting side, and we can't just see it out of the camera, but that's not all the people that are here. Trust me, if you look around,
oh yeah,
this is a massive crowd for two pretty small schools, two Class C schools in Suffolk County. What a crowd here today.
Yeah, and they go right down. We'll have a look at it here. This is to our right, and you can see lined up along the fence, but the same is true along the far side as well, right? So a lot of Shoreham, that's usually the visiting team, but that's not the fact. The visiting fans are also on this side here as well, so it is a massive crowd. And again, you knew as soon as you pulled up, Mike, when they direct you to a different lot, this is business here tonight.
Oh yeah, different animal right now, but most places.
So off the timeout, here comes Mount Sinai. Jake Spallina with 2 already.
Spallina to Spallina.
Marsala. Back up top to Coretta. And there is Jake again. Jake is pulled. And a big pull at that. That's Ryan Farron. He was a giant at 6'5". Farron was a good surprise for Shoreham last year. A natural lefty, which also helps at the pole, right?
Very much so.
Canisius commit is Farron.
Some good-looking athletes on the defensive end for Shoreham Wading River for a small high school.
And then you got 14, Luke Gorman, among all the trees. He's that freak athlete who's 5'5", but he plays like he's 6'5".
You're playing this game at 5'5", you're going to be a tough guy for sure.
Here's Coretta. We know he's a tough guy. Lowers the shoulder. Spins inside, draws the double. Great look. Bouncer off the mark.
Power dodge right there by Coretta, getting to the inside, just demanding it. So we have the pick coming here again. Looks like you got not using it this time.
Spallina, jump shot. Outside netting. Little question mark move by Spallina. And we go the other way. Here's Liam Leonard. And another thing you love if you're Shoreham Wading River, right? Guy like Liam Leonard, he's a D-midi. but in a previous life, he was an attackman, a wide receiver on the football team, so he knows how to attack even out of that short stick defensive midfielder role.
Sure does, and right now, Shoreham's done a good job of clearing the ball. They really haven't gotten to the full 10-man yet, but done a good job of manipulating the ball and finding the open man and getting it out, because Seguider's always kind of lurking in there, getting pieces of the ball. He got a piece on the clear there, just a little knockdown.
Nice move, feed to X. Ball's on the carpet, scooped up, but not before it goes out of bounds. So an error there for Shoreham Wading River. Can Mount Sinai capitalize?
Yep, tough turnover there. Just got the ball back, and we haven't done much with it. And you put it on the ground. Brett Spallina involved there, the other Spallina brother involved.
Here comes Seguider, who is just a monster. Gets the clear. He's got 2 goals and an assist on the year. A year ago, an honorable mention All-American. Could have a good shot at being an All-American here this year.
Absolutely. And they feature him in so many great ways. In the 10-man.
Here's Coretta. Coretta takes her with him and gets it to Joey Spallina. Again, 22 on 22. You know the slide's coming. Here it does. Spallina able to face the goal. Still looking. Head on a swivel. Fires a pass inside. It went to Coretta, but it went in and out of Coretta's stick. Although Mount Sinai will maintain possession.
So off that big little, the Shoreham guys are staying topside, and they're doubling it off the pick. And stayed on it for quite a while, and Joey dragged it. Saw Coretta.
Skip pass, that one off the mark, trying to find Coretta again. Another battle for it. Coretta comes up with it. How tough is he? Gets it to LaForge. And Mount Sinai lives to attack another day. Spallina directing traffic from X.
Got him in the hung situation right now. Unlike in college with the shot clock running, he can kind of hang out back there, Joey. A little spaghetti action in front, trying to get a guy open, rub off. Oh, he got him.
Oh, what a look to Marsala. How do you like your chicken? How about Marsala? 4-1 for Mount Sinai.
I got a little excited and called that one a little early, right? Didn't go now, but you see Joey standing back there without pressure is tough to deal with. You kind of have to, it's hard to flush him out, but you let him sit back there. That guy's got to cover for a long time.
Assist number 4 for Joey Spallina. Marsala, goal number 31. And for the record, I am a chicken Marsala fan. Of the Marsalas, the franchise, I like Marsala.
That's the brown one, right?
How about you, with the mushrooms?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Face off X. And this one goes to Shoreham. They've done a good job, and when I say they, I say Liam Gregoric coming back. Lost the first few, but now it's 4-3 from the face-off X in favor of Mount Sinai.
We're 4-1 right now with 3:22 to go in the first half. A little stoppage here on looks like equipment, but Shoreham really needs a good possession right now. They haven't had the ball very much. The Shoreham guys have played a lot of defense. The Mount Sinai guys have kind of slowed it down and ran the clock a lot through this quarter.
And as you said, big one here for Shoreham. Gregoric. Little stutter step by Franny Cortez. Going to Harvard, which is one of about 37 Ivies to make the NCAAs. Oh, sidearm shot. What a finish by Kane. Kane is able.
Dylan's got it going today, folks. Here we go. Kane with a great step down. Trying to beat that rotation a little bit of the Mount Sinai defense. Huge goal for Shoreham right there, though, Dylan. Not only did they have a good possession, but they were able to get a goal out of it. And
so the look came from X.
Great step down. filling it up.
I think they announced Liam Kursich with the assist. If so, assist number 34 to go along with 39 goals for the sophomore Liam Kursich. That's why Mike Taylor says he is special.
When you find players, Dylan, with an equal number of goals or assists, and maybe a few more assists than goals
And
like
at that high
they're-
number, too.
They're special players. Very few kids playing the game, have those kind of numbers where the assist number is equal or higher. And there's a lot of guys with 30 and 10, 30 goals and 10 assists, and there's a few guys with 8 goals and 30 assists. But then when you get those guys with 30 and 30, that's pretty special.
And then you get a guy who's got 64 and 76. That is special. That's generational. And that's Joey Spallina.
Absolutely.
Approaching 2 minutes left.
Kind of ran through the defense there and just couldn't get a shot.
Spallina lowers his shoulder. He invites the contact. Skip pass to his brother Jake. A little off the mark, but he'll get the ground ball. And there's Takis. We haven't mentioned his name a lot, but make no mistake, Takis, staying local at Stony Brook, is also a guy to worry about.
Good pickup for the Seawolves. It's getting Takis.
Joey gets to his left. There is Takis. His goal line extended, kicks it back up top. Coretta. Farron comes after him. Up to Spallina. Swings it to this side. Nice extra pass. Low shot. Save. Rebound. Goal. An excellent first save, but Marsala picks it up. Gets the leftovers in front and extends Mount Sinai's lead.
Shoreham doubled early on that first initial, dodge, and they were able to get the throwback and get a shot on the backside. Joey drove and shot off the backside. Great initial save. But there's an example of guys just knowing their role, right? You know your job is hang around the net, Marsala. Joey will find me, or I'll find Joey's rebound shot and throw it in the goal. And a minute and 13 seconds ago, big goal there from Mount Sinai to extend the lead to 3 and see if they can win the faceoff here.
And I feel like we're repeating ourselves, but it's every time it's like a 3-goal lead. It's a big possession, although they won't get it here. Quick faceoff win. Spallina ducks under, goes top shelf. Joey Spallina. And now it's 6-2 for Mount Sinai.
You're able to see what makes Joey Spallina special in so many ways. Haven't even seen him riding yet, really. But here off the face-off. Great win by Oppenheim. Joey's able to step under it and finish in that corner. Had the goalie kind of thinking he might go low right a little bit, kind of gives him the down look a little bit and finishes in that corner.
Oppenheim, 6th assist of the year. Oh, by the way, he's going to Albany. It's remarkable for a small school like Mount Sinai. You've got so many high-level Division I recruits. And Oppenheim just kind of hikes it backwards, gets it to Takis. Another face-off win for him. Final minute of this first half, and a good time out there for Harold Drum to talk things over and really maybe try to put the hammer down on Shoreham Wading River here inside this first half.
Yeah, great clock management by Harold Drum right there. For Mount Sinai, scores a goal, was able to win the faceoff back pretty easily, gets over the 50-yard line, calls timeout. And now they have 56 seconds to go manage this. And the talk probably in the huddle is it's going to end down on this end of the field, Dylan, right? We're either going to get one more to make it 7 or it's going to end down here.
You mentioned the high-level Division I recruits. How about the job that Syracuse has done, right? Here's a pretty cool graphic, and obviously all the Mount Sinai guys you see here, right? Joey Spallina, Sagiter as well this year, Jake and Brett Spallina next year, but a whole host of other guys also heading up to Syracuse to play for Coach Gate. New regime there. A tough year for Syracuse this year, but when you get guys like this, you see McCarthy going to at Connecticut, one of your guys in town, right, at St. Tom's, another great Farmingdale area goalie as well. Stevie Fennell out of Garden City, Michael Leo from St. Anthony. So an incredible amount of talent here between the 2022 and 2023 classes all heading up to the Dome.
Syracuse coaches this summer, they pounded the pavement last summer everywhere I happen to be in Club Lacrosse. They happen to be, and they worked very hard at recruiting this group and getting a great class in 2 years in a row, 2 back-to-back classes, and not coming off a great year this year, but I sense a rebound up there in Central New York.
And they're already here, by the way. They were out at the Ward Melville Connecticut game during the week, and they very well might be here as well, but there's just so many people here, it's hard to tell. As great as Gary Gate is and was, he's still got to park in that back lot with everybody else trying to find a spot.
No doubt, Dylan, no doubt.
44 seconds left.
Just a spectator here. You're probably going to spin it a couple times here, eat a little more time.
Here's Jake. Takes a look at the bench, gets the call. Not from Drum. Drum's your defensive coach. It's Luke DeQuino who coaches the offense.
Very good player in his own right, Luke DeQuino.
Oh, yeah. Former All-American at Albany.
Sachem.
When it was just Sachem. Bouncer. That was Christian Colantonio and bouncing a little bit too early. It stays, though, with Mount Sinai with 9 seconds. For the Mustangs, it's plenty of time. Here's LaForge with 5. Joey, Jake, tries to go top shelf, just over the mark, and that's the end of the first half. It was a great one for Mount Sinai. Close game after one, just a 1-goal difference. They extend that lead in the second quarter, and in this battle of undefeated teams in Suffolk Class C, it is Mount Sinai with the 6-2 halftime lead. We'll take a quick break. We've got a lot to get to here at halftime. Again, you're watching this showdown in Suffolk Class C right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST.
Under, and what a look.
Photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Mount Sinai halftime here. Mustangs with a 6-2 lead in a battle of undefeated teams here in Suffolk County. Dylan Butler here. We're welcoming in Ryan Whitley from WhitFit Athletics, and we spoke before. You only pick the best games. It's Chaminade, St. Anthony's, it's Shoreham, Mount Sinai, and listen, it's these guys are the best in their job, and they're coming to the best lacrosse games as well. So I guess it's some synergy there.
Oh yeah, definitely
as well. Ryan, so listen, we've talked about you guys all during this first half, and I guess just tell the folks at home what is WhitFit Athletics?
Yeah, so we are a sports performance training company. We're working on speed, strength, power, cognitive training, really just working to get every athlete faster, more explosive on the field, and really everything in between.
Yeah, so athletes who give you guys a call, who want to come to you, what can they expect when they walk in the door?
Overall, at first, you're going to see a great experience, a fun training environment, an intense training environment, and you're going to expect on the field to see an increase in speed, strength, power, overall cognitive abilities, and most importantly, a reduction of injury on the field. You
just mentioned it, right? Cognitive training. What does that entail?
So that's a really fun part of what we do. We go into really the cognitive training. We can see an increase in hand-eye coordination. So that's going to be one of the biggest things that we go into. On top of that, we see that cognitive training working with a lot of goalies, working on reaction times, things like that. And, especially something that we do with a lot of our quarterbacks and football players, working on a lot of memory and things like that.
I guess the biggest question now, Ryan, is just how can athletes get in touch? How can they get started?
Yeah, shoot us a call, shoot us a message on Instagram. We can get you guys started for an evaluation, really set a baseline, set a proper training program for you, and then we go from there.
Ryan, again, we thank you so much for your work here with us at Varsity Media. And
yeah, thank you.
Again, if it's going to be a big game, expect to see Ryan somewhere there in the stands as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Halftime here at Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai with a 6-2 lead over Shoreham Wading River. Take a quick break, and we'll have our halftime food review. Always a special here on Varsity Media.
Here, fresh is what we do. From daily made faves like guac to mouth-watering protein like all-natural white meat chicken. Go ahead, crave, customize, and enjoy with your free chips and salsa. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill. The weekends are great and all, but we have something they don't. Our Mo Monday burrito deal. Enjoy your favorite burrito or bowl, plus free chips and salsa, all at a great price. We love Mo Mondays. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Welcome back to Mount Sinai High School. Dylan Butler, Mike Hungerford here, and this always a special thing. We're going to get Mike get the food together and ready. And listen, Moe's has been an incredible sponsor for us. You talk to any lacrosse guy, and I feel like when you say it's Moe's, they're like, I'm in, right? Like I think it's such a great marriage between the sport of lacrosse and Moe's Southwest Grill. 15 different locations on Long Island, and pretty much anywhere you go, Moe's will be here. So let's get some of this here. This is going to be a messy one, Mike. I know that right now off the bat. What are we looking at?
I appear to have some kind of a bowl right here.
Little dip
with some
action.
chips. Yeah, a bowl with some chips right here. That's correct.
I think I got a burrito. I'm not even sure what kind of burrito it is. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. I think this is a crunch wrap is what I'm being told.
Crunch wrap, correct.
All right. You want to give your first? We'll both give a bite here.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? You're already going for your second bite without the evaluation. I like it.
I didn't get much on the first one. I got to go for two.
Well, the sound certainly passes the test. You heard that, man. Great crunch on the tortilla chip. That's always a concern, right? You make sure you get a nice, fresh chip.
You can't have that kind of place and have bad chips. that puts you right. You're done.
Well, I'll tell you, the crunch wrap, what I like about this as opposed to like a regular burrito is in fact that crunch part, right, of the base here, right, with the bread, but it's got everything in there that you would expect as well. You've got the rice and the beans and everything, man. Moe's is killing it. It's incredible stuff.
Doing this, people might have not heard this spring, but heard in the fall. Moe's passes the test.
Passes the test.
There it is.
I love it. We've been waiting a long time for the Hungerford passing of the test. Don't forget, place your catering orders for all special events at Moe's.com. Another quick break, and we'll try to devour our Moe's here at halftime out at Mount Sinai. You're watching it right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Mount Sinai. Dylan Butler, Mike Hungerford here. Second half about to begin. And that guy, 22, in his last regular season home game, has led the charge for Mount Sinai. Joey Spallina with a goal, 4 assists, has made a huge impact on everything the Mustangs have done today, as has his brother Jake with 2 goals. Cole Marsala, 2 as well. Coretta, a goal. Before we continue, a quick note here. We've got our college recruiting videos. What we offer is custom editing effects to help your players stand out. You got your choice of music, your link for college coaches. Why sign up? Save money in college tuition. You can help land a spot on the team and stand out from your competition. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Mention this ad, you get 10% off. Opening face-off, second half, and Oppenheim absorbs a big hit, gets another win.
Good start there for Mount Sinai. We talked about the statistics, right, Dylan, the first half, the goal scorers. I think that, the goal we play early on, by Wicken was very important early in the game.
Yeah, he was great. He made, well, by my count, I had him for 2, but I'm sure he's got more saves. The sun directly into our box here, but he was very good. And some huge saves. Even if his number is not big, it was the type of saves that he's made that have been very, very big. Here's Coretta, gets to his left, switches hands to his right, and there's another big save in front.
Great save.
Galfano.
They really didn't get a second slide there. Mount Sinai, they're lucky to get out.
The ride here, and Mount Sinai gets the turnover.
I think it was partially the ride. It just wasn't, very uncharacteristic bad passing and catching there from Shoreham. Not really, typical of them.
We saw game 1 of the season in that meeting of defending Long Island champions between Northport and Mount Sinai, how much the Mount Sinai ride affected the Tigers that night. First time here that we've really seen it result in a turnover. Spallina goes low! Outside netting again.
Got underneath there and then kind of bent it up topside a little bit. Just couldn't finish it. I'm not sure if the goalie got a piece or not. It's hard to see with the sun.
Little switch now as Farron is on him. Inside pass picked off, and now here come the Wildcats. Look out, though. Coretta harassing. And a flag is thrown. As you saw the contact there on the attempted clear. That was Max Barone. By the way, if you want someone clearing the ball, how about the running back on the football team? That's who Max Barone is.
He was twisting and turning in there trying to get out with it, and I think we got either a
Gets Mount Sinai number 40. 1 minute for illegal body check.
So an illegal body check was the call. So it's a 1-minute man-up opportunity for a Shoreham Wading River team that hasn't had a man-up yet in this game. Only one penalty, well, 2 now. It's been a very clean game to this point.
Need to see what they have extra on the extra man here. Shoreham, they really need a goal right now.
That was LaForge who picked up the penalty. Big man-up opportunity for the Wildcats.
Mount Sinai with a walk on. I think that's Curse is getting walked.
Extra pass. Cortez switches to his left. There's Ryan Hurd. Good look by her. Gets it right back. Loda high. Firing over the net was Liam Gregoric.
Early on, the possession had a walk on. Looks like it might be on again.
There's Alec Gregoric. He's a big dude as well, huh?
I think that's Curtis inside right there being locked.
Slide comes, inside roll attempt. Good job defending. Gregoric goes back that way. Great look in front. That shot wide of the mark by Liam Gregoric. You got to give credit to Colton Marr, number 18. He knew the inside roll was coming and took it away.
And we'll play a little 5-on-4 right there, and they got a great look, and they just couldn't finish it.
Even up now, so Shoreham unable to capitalize on their first man-up opportunity.
1-4-1 set here. Might get some mumbo action.
Gregoric backtracks, swings it to Cortez. Cortez to the outside. Cortez fires high and wide.
Good job by Spolina right there, getting him, directing him away from the goal a little bit. He took a pretty high heat, but he was fading away from the goal a little bit, couldn't get it on target.
If you say Cortez is built like a pole, that's because he did play pole. Earlier in his career has transitioned himself into probably the Wildcats' best midfielder. Oh, what a move inside by Liam Kursich. 1-1 now for the sophomore.
Really strong dodge by Kursich. Able to run through that check and finish the ball. And on cue, Mount Sinai pretty much seemed like they're dominating the game in so many facets, Dylan. But it's only a 6-3 game right now, and 3 goals could go quick if you win a couple faceoffs, get a couple good shots. All of a sudden, can happen fast.
Liam Kursich, Mike Taylor says you might have known his name more on the Long Island circuit had it not been for that COVID year, right? Because he would have been an 8th grader who probably would have scored a bunch of goals. Off the face-off. And it goes to Oppenheim. Shot high.
Great job off the face of Masao. I thought it wasn't Masao. That was Ford stepping under. Just couldn't finish it. Great move, though.
Here's Joey getting it now to LaForge. LaForge, just a sophomore. Another one who will be special. Already is. Big kid, excellent shooter. 43 goals on the year for Lucas LaForge. Spolina gets top side, low shot, wide of the mark.
I'm not sure if it was wide or maybe Galfano got a little piece of it.
Stays with the stays with the Mustangs. Against Spolina. He's got his best friend with him now in Jake Whitney. 22 on 22 again. Top side. The help comes. Oh, what a look. That was to Coretta. Ball bounces all the way back out. Good ground ball, chasing it down as Mount Sinai maintains their possession.
See another part of Joey's great skill set, right? He's tied up there a little bit. He's able to dump it over his shoulder, even while the defender is tied up in his hands.
Jake Tatakis. And that ball, I think, took a deflection as well. Yes, and it will stay with Mount Sinai. By the way, you think it's not, I think it's always a busy week in the life of Joe Spallina, the dad, right? But how about this week, right? Like you're here. You're here. You've got your son's senior day, right? It's a huge game. You're also prepping for a first-round NCAA game tomorrow as well with Stony Brook women.
Home versus Drexel.
And if they win, likely playing Rutgers also at Laval Stadium. Inside roll, turning it.
Mount Sinai offense with tremendous spacing. They're spaced apart so well, they're able to move the ball very easily. Hands are always free. Fun to watch.
Now Spallina goes, gets a great pick by Coretta, goes high, and again, not sure if Galfano got a piece, but it certainly wasn't in the back of the net.
Galfano's been impressive. Under siege a little bit here, made a few saves, maybe influenced the shooting angles.
Marsala. Oh, he hung up his pole. There's the pass. Spallina denied again by Galfano. He has been very good. Interesting, too, about Galfano, much like the two younger Taylors into the district, he's new to this program, coming in, moving from Eastport South Manor. Oh, the dunk inside. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, Mike, as LaForge dunks it in and extends Mount Sinai's lead.
Getting guys hung up is an art. You know, it's not done very much these days. A lot of kids aren't good at doing it. Joey's excellent at the art of getting guys hung up. And a little touch feed right there. And the goalie came out a little bit to try to get him to, get off the hung situation, and he just dumped it right in the goal. High-level play.
For LaForge, goal number 44 on the year. For Joey Spallina on the game, assist number 5. 1 and 5 on the game. That's what he does. You even look back to the last game, a 12-5 win at a very good Islip team. He had 3 and 7 in that one. 7-3, the lead now for Mount Sinai. Face-off win by Gregoric.
See if Shoreham can get an answer here, Dylan,
Yeah, they're not. It's not desperation time just yet. But again, you can't spot Mount Sinai that many goals and expect to come back. They are just too good.
Well, the first issue you're going to have is you may score one, but are you winning the next face-off? You're getting consecutive possessions. It's not easy.
Here's her. Good look to Alec Gregoric. And there again, the brother combination. First, it was Liam setting up Alec, and Alec returns the favor. A big goal for Shoreham Wading River.
Sure was, just in that high crease area there, about 10, 12 yards up above the goal, just finding open space between the zone part of the defense there.
And Liam Gregoric again, he's not just a face-off guy, as we've seen, right? Stays on part of that first midfield line. He could play D-midi. He's a really old-school kind of do-it-all midfielder, and it's nice, Taylor says, not having a Fogo in the sense that he can get the other guys, if he could win it clean, he can get the other face-off guy hung up having to play defense. Big slash there, and it's like Oppenheim is slow to leave the field.
That was a big check there, number 14.
Yeah, Luke Gorman. That's the one who plays like he's 6'5", but he's only 5'5". So this is what you said, right? Can you get the next face-off win? They do. And the next goal, Mike, if Shoreham gets it, it's a 2-goal game.
Big check by Gorman. Get the ball up off the ground, get it cleared.
Out of the box is Ryan Herr. There is Cortez. Top side slide comes. Great look down low. Jump shot inside by Herr. Off of Wilkins' stick. The backup was there.
That was a great cut inside. Didn't have a lot on it. Almost finished it, though. Great save.
Liam Kursich. 1-1. And again, kind of right where Spallina was before, right? Looking to operate. He's got cutters in front. Spins from there. Cortez wants it. Goes for himself and doesn't miss that top corner by much.
Good take right there by Kursis.
Here's Alec. Bull dodge. Inside roll in the goal. What a finish by Alec Gregoric. His second of the game, and we do have a 2-goal game.
Tough physical dodge right there. He set that whole move up, started heading like he was heading topside, and stepped it right under. He knew the next defender was topside. He went under not knowing if there was going to be a guy coming and didn't feel it, right? I was able to finish it, come to the front of the cage.
The Navy commit on this team of relative inexperience probably has the most. Part of that 2019 championship run that the Wildcats made as an 8th grader. And now you see the change where it's Jake Spallina winning this faceoff. And again, he's done this. He's been asked to do this more in the past, but he's been such a big part of their offense now, and Oppenheim's been so good at it, he hasn't really had to rotate. But we saw Oppenheim struggle to get off earlier after that hit by Gorman, so you wonder how much of an effect that is.
Well, they're working on him over on the sideline, so hopefully he's okay. Can get back in the game for Mount Sinai. But then, you have the two-headed monster, right? Spallina comes out and is able to win you one.
And now you got Colantonio getting maybe some of those minutes, and he's been very good at that. Gets it to Joey Spallina. Step down shot by Marsala. Stays alive because the backup was there, and here's Joey again up top.
Shot backed up nicely there, like Colantonio.
Joey gets it to his office. Flag down, shot off, wide of the mark, and Mount Sinai will again have the man advantage. It'll be a 30-second hold.
Joey's just going to get to that high island and kind of muscle you up and see if where you playing your stick. Is you stick behind or you stick over, and get the hold out of it.
There's many moments that I've been impressed with Joey Spallina, but you go back to the moment of adversity, right? He's taken on Garden City. Brendan Staub was all over him. An incredible pull going to Cornell for Garden City. Held him scoreless. And we know Staub. We've seen him a bunch of times, right? He is a physical specimen. He's a beast. He loves the physical contact, plays on the football team as well. Joey Spallina took the contact to him in that second half especially, which allowed him to score 4 goals and got the Mustangs for that comeback win.
Joey, it was a physical battle, and
Spallina. The ball was picked up by Colantonio, which allowed, because a little bit of a helter-skelter situation. Hands free for Joey. He doesn't need much room. His second of the game, another man-up goal for the Mustangs.
Not exactly how you drew it up, but you still get a man-up goal, still counts in the stats, right? And somehow Joey Spallina was once again involved in a man-up goal for Mount Sinai. Able to win that ground ball in the offensive half.
He's now got 2 and 5 on the game, right? So they've scored 8 goals. He's had a direct impact on 7 of them. Again, senior night here at Mount Sinai. Joey Spallina, one of those honored before the start of the game for his last regular season home game.
One thing about Joey is he's a relentless player. He'll just keep playing offense relentlessly. Those are usually terms reserved for defensive players.
Coretta! The Mustangs, after it was a 2-goal game, they've extended their lead again. And Coretta with a great bouncer.
That's Coretta for you. He goes to places you shouldn't go and does things you shouldn't be able to get away with. He's such a strong physical player.
Watch it again here. Coretta, look at that. Takes the contact, is like, see you later. Tomahawk chops that one into the net. I think that was Gorman again, 14. Playing really physical, but Coretta, listen, again, if you're going to Georgetown, they love that, right? They love a guy who could absorb that contact, take a hit, still score the goal.
Absolutely. He's the kind of guy, I heard him a long time ago when he was going. I said, it's this kind of guy that they want right there at Georgetown University.
Another big face-off. And Spallina, he has been fresh at this game. This ground ball picked up by Shoreham Wading River. A big ground ball as well by Max Barone.
Huge face-off win for Shoreham right now. 1:10 and running in the quarter. Down 4.
I feel like we've said it numerous times, right? As there's a fantastic feed back to X. Spinning there. Oh, good ball movement. Top side. Oh, what a goal! Franny Cortez!
Great move by Cortez right there off the ball movement. Caught that one with a little topside hitch.
9-6 the score.
I think, the Shoreham guys have gotten a little comfortable playing against the Mount Sinai defense, right? It's the first time all year you're going to see a defense exactly like that. I do believe Bronxville probably played a little zone against them the other day. And maybe got them used to playing against zone a little bit, but they weren't comfortable early on, and they seem very comfortable now.
Under a minute to go here, third quarter. 9-6 the score. Mount Sinai the lead. And again, this time Gregoric went early. He did last time as well. You would expect here, Mike, Mount Sinai with a 3-goal lead and under a minute left to hold here for the last.
Sure. 9-6 is fine going to the fourth quarter, and 10-6 would be better. But 9-7 is not what you want to give them.
And Jake Spallina. Coretta. Has it. He works it to that far corner. And there's Joey. Spins. The help comes. Here comes Spallina again.
That goal line pick again, dragging that double team.
Up top. 3 seconds. Spallina's got to go. Low shot. Nice save by Wilkin by Galfano at the buzzer. 3 quarters in the books, and Mount Sinai with a 9-6 lead. Want to thank the folks at Sideline Swap. You want to download the Sideline Swap app where lacrosse players buy and sell their gear. You can shop top brands over 70% off. Cash in on last season's gear. You get started today at sidelineswap.com. Also, we mentioned before some of the great things that the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation are involved with. Shoot Out for Shoulders. That's what I was referring to earlier with Eric Minio. That's that 24-hour lacrosse event out at Field of Dreams in Massapequa. You got the Hall of Fame, the Blacks Like a Girl tournament, High School Founders Cup Awards, as well as scholarships, the 9/11 Memorial at Farmingdale State, and so much more. An incredible job by the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation. Let's take a quick break. We'll have the final 12 minutes of regulation coming up here next, right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Welcome back to Mount Sinai High School. Dylan Butler, Mike Hungerford here Final 12 minutes of regulation in this battle of undefeated nationally ranked teams. Mount Sinai, number 3 in the country. Shoreham, Wading River, 9. The winner gets the top seed for the Suffolk Class C playoffs. And, oh, by the way, the bragging rights between two rival schools separated by 9 miles.
Sure, a big game here. 2 15-0 teams going for the perfect regular season. Sun Splash Stadium here. Beautiful weather. Mount Sinai is an excellent team dealing and managing, score, tempo, and time. And great opportunity here. They're up 3 goals, 9-6. And they played at a pretty methodical pace here today. They don't normally, I don't think, play at that much of a pace. They play a little faster, but certainly working for them today.
Joey Spallina. He gets mugged, and they'll say it's a hold with possession, so it stays with the Mustangs.
I think they, the Mount Sinai faithful wanted a flag, but the referee waited till the ball was out of his stick when Joey dropped it on the over-the-head check.
There he goes again, Spallina. And that's how things go when you're Spallina, right? The knockdown gets right back in your stick by Whitney. Coretta. Takis takes a hit, gets it to X. Stall warning on early here in this fourth quarter. Spallina goes low, and a nice save by Galfano. He has been as advertised. Quickly, Shoreham Wading River looks to get the ball upfield. It's Luke Gorman. Ooh, dropped it though. Look out. Gorman spins out of trouble, hands off, and gets it to Kane.
Great save on the defensive end for Shoreham by Galfano. Any save off the best player in the country is a great save.
You can see there at the top of your screen, and when we get a chance at a timeout, we'll get you a closer look. The Mount Sinai Fire Department has come, and they've got a great seat across the way. They've added to a little bit of goal music, too. You heard that before when Mount Sinai scored? You get the horn going?
This is a community event here
Yes.
in Mount Sinai. It's awesome. I find it to be very refreshing.
So the Mount Sinai defense forcing Shoreham, who probably wants to play a little bit faster right now, into also playing methodical right now. Cortez. Downhill, sidearm shot. Blocked in front. Loose ball. Ooh, that's a high hit. No flag given.
Well, they've been consistent, the officials. They're trying not to throw flags unless it's really obvious or something that's egregious affects the play, and they've been consistently doing that.
To this point, only the 3-man up opportunities. 2 for Mount Sinai, and they've cashed in on both, by the way, and 1 for Shoreham. Here's Jake Spallina. 2 goals.
It's just under 9 minutes to play here, and you see how much time. The stall warning got put on fairly fast before.
Yeah, that was with 10:40 left, so it's about 2 minutes ago. And let's see, they've not gone to it again just yet. As that's Colantonio now in front of his own bench. Again, Harold Drum said, he goes, I don't understand how we always end up playing Shoreham on the last day of the regular season. It seemed to be that way the last 3 or 4 years, but you know what? He loves it. And again, Spallina, the look, the dunk inside by Marsala.
Great look by Joey inside. Marsala with the great finish.
Get the goal horn going. Mount Sinai Fire Department. And it's again the pick that you said, right?
He just got his hands free and was just looking over the defense. He loves dodging up the field and looking over the defense and seeing who's cutting.
So let's count him up now. Marsala, goal number 3. 33 on the year for the Quinnipiac-bound junior. And Joey Spallina now with 2 and 6 on the game. Led Long Island by a wide amount, by the way, with 136 points coming into the game. now has 7 more. Another face-off win. How big has Jake Spallina been there? Again, Oppenheim was doing such a great job, got banged up, so Jake's had to take over that role again, and he has been a monster, just getting all these extra possessions from Mount Sinai, allowing them to milk even more of the clock.
Great having that second option, right? You know, a veteran second option, the face-off axe, who's also a very good athlete, used to playing offensively and defensively. If you win, he knows what to do with the ball. If you lose, he knows how to get in the hole and play D.
10-6 the lead. Mount Sinai wants to add to it. Shot by Colantonio wide of the mark. Backup was there.
Colantonio getting a little more playing time than maybe he has in some other games, I think, you know. Shows a quality burst right there.
And I think that again goes with probably having Spallina or Jake Spallina, that is. Ooh, a high shot to the face mask. Spallina adjusted, so this will be a penalty against Shoreham Wading River. Joey Spallina, I think, wants to make him pay. Just kind of backhanded pass, trying to get it to Takis, but it'll be a cross-check for 1 minute. So another penalty now on Jake Whitney. And you mentioned the man up for Mount Sinai. How about a perfect 2 of 2 on the game?
I think he thought there that Takis was following him, right? He was going to throw a BTB to him. That would have been nice. Follow the script.
So 7:14 left. A 1 minute man up opportunity for Mount Sinai. And that's the other part of this too, Mike, is the other 2 were 30 seconds that they were able to capitalize on. Now you've got a full 1 minute for the Mustangs.
1 minute for slashing.
Sure, you could run the penalty down a little bit before you ran your play. Kill a little time. I think Shoreham's going to have to come out and maybe come after it a little bit.
You see good spacing, right, by Mount Sinai, just working around like you're playing catch in the backyard. Little fake, little hidden ball trick. Great cut. Oh, Spallina.
Tic-tac-toe.
I think LaForge was the one who had the assist. We'll take a look again.
Scored by number 22, Joey Spallina. Assisted by number 3, Tristan Colantonio.
See the look. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Colantonio with the assist.
Off the wing pass to X. Joey just cuts up into the space and then U-turns back down and is wide open.
And this score line is kind of atypical from what we've seen, right, between these two teams. Look at the last 4 meetings. Last year at Shoreham, the Wildcats win in overtime. In 2019, Mount Sinai won the regular season game 14-9. But then Shoreham won 14-13 in overtime to win the Suffolk Class C championship. And then back in 2018, Mount Sinai won 10-5. So they've split their last 4 meetings 2-2.
The excellence of Mount Sinai is they make other excellent teams look more pedestrian, right? Shoreham Wading River is an excellent team.
And it's been an interesting kind of shift as well, right, in terms of power shift between these two communities, because you go back with Rotans as the coach at Shoreham Wading River and all those championships, and Drum was quick to admit, right, he's in his 16th year as a head coach, said these meetings weren't very close when I first started coaching, right? Shoreham very much had the upper edge, but the last 4 years or so, it's really kind of even out.
Yeah, Mount Sinai's really come on of late. Obviously fueled by the senior class they have now. Those guys have been playing on the team forever.
And that's what makes this senior night ceremony so special, even for Drum as well, right? And when you think about Team 91, right, and so many of these guys, they've been playing club ball, as that's a lefty shot wide, probably since they were 7 or 8 years old, right? Think about all that amount of time between playing for the middle school, playing club ball as well, being teammates for as long as they are. And for the seniors, the days of being teammates with your best friends, the guys in your neighborhood, those are dwindling.
No doubt it's that time of the year, Dylan.
Good pickup off the carpet. Skip pass, shot by Kane. Wide of the mark. It stays with Shoreham Wading River.
I think one of the takeaways Coach Taylor will have from the game, if in 5:25 left and running, if they don't get the win here, if they they missed the cage quite a bit, Shoreham, right, on some looks, and shoot a little better, and maybe the score's a little different.
Well, we expect the possibility. I don't even want to say likelihood, right? Because that's disrespectful, as that's a backhanded shovel, kind of Lyle Thompson-esque shot. It would be disrespectful to Bayport Blue Point to say we expect this to be another meeting for a county championship because of all those Division I guys that Bayport has as well, right? But this has been, for so many years, a 2-round fight between these two.
Absolutely. It's just going to be I don't think it's disrespectful to say that these two teams would play again. But I will say Bayport is, like I said in the opening, is playing much better as of late and has some excellent players in Jamison Smith. So they won't be an easy out. Looks like Mount Sinai going to take it behind the goal here with the short stick with the indie look, maybe a little big little. Milk some clock.
There's Marsala. And this is, again, the thing, too, right? We mentioned how much they share the ball. Shoreham, that is. But how about Mount Sinai? Look, we know that Joey Spallina is the alpha, right? But he's got 3 goals, 6 assists. How about Marsala with 3 goals, Coretta with 2, Jake Spallina with 2. So many guys involved as well. LaForge with a goal.
Everyone knows their role, how to fit themselves in around Joey and the offense that they run. The ball's in Joey's stick a lot, but it's not always in his stick. And there's some other guys doing the heavy lifting. Coretta, his youngest Spallina.
And now we're going to have a count, so perhaps we're getting close. We do have the stall warning now on Mount Sinai. It's Coretta. Spallina. And Coretta behind the cage. And honestly, he's at the point where he'll just stay there. I mean, he's got Franny Cortez stalking, and you don't want to take a Cortez hit, right? But he's comfortable here if Cortez doesn't come.
Sure, they're going to send a double now.
There
Force the action a little bit.
Takis tries to get top side. Great defending. And a timeout by Mount Sinai. That was really good work by Alex Kursich for Shoreham Wading River, the sophomore.
Great timeout by Coach Drum there, sensing the ball's going to come out of the box and saves a possession for himself and his team.
So we talked about Joey Spallina, right, and obviously the legacy that we'll see him over time, but we mentioned him at the top. But how about Chris Gray, the accolades for him? 2017 U.S. Lacrosse High School American, led Long Island in scoring in his junior and his senior year. You see the numbers there, 90 goals and 28 assists his senior year. Incredible situation for him too, right? Goes to BU, maybe a little bit under-recruited because of his size out of Shoreham. Does an incredible job there. Goes to North Carolina, and all he does in his time in college has become the all-time leading scorer with 401 points. And by the way, just the other day, selected second overall in the PLL college draft by Atlas LC, which, by the way, we're both PLL fans, right? We love watching it. You're going to put him on that team, right, with Jeff T? I mean, come on. That is exciting stuff. But one thing that Mike Taylor says, and I think it's important to note as well, Chris Gray wasn't one of those guys as an 8th grader on varsity. He played JV. Now, maybe that was something that they missed or didn't maybe see right away, but Taylor said it's important to say it doesn't always mean you've got to play as an 8th grader, as a 9th grader, right? He played JV lacrosse before he went on to varsity lacrosse.
Hey, hats off to BU. Coach Polly up there recognizing what he could turn into, and they got him. They got him to commit there, and he transferred to North Carolina. Just continued. He did the same thing he did at BU at North Carolina. one thing with BU is BU plays in the Patriot League at a very good level of play, but to play in the ACC and do that.
They'll call that goal off as Mount Sinai calls the timeout. We want to talk about our upcoming schedule. I think one that you'll be watching probably pretty closely. It's Massapequa at Syosset. Go back to Nassau County, two teams that don't share a lot of love for each other. That one should be a lot of fun. Out at Syosset tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We continue on. We head to Stewart Stadium. Really the championship home, it feels like, of lacrosse, right? So many high-end games from the high school to the collegiate level. The quarterfinals coming up pretty soon. The PLL plays there. And Chaminade and St. Anthony's round 3 coming up Tuesday at 4 p.m. That should be a lot of fun. That's for the Catholic League Championship. Want to again thank WhitFit Athletics from East Talkett, sports performance training for all sports. They help improve speed, strength, power, and cognitive abilities. We work with athletes of all ages from youth to pro. Free evaluation when you mention Varsity Media. And again, Sideline Swap, where lacrosse players buy and sell their gear. You can shop top brands for up to 70% off. Cash in on last season's gear. Get started at sidelineswap.com.
.223 to go, Dylan. 5-goal lead for Mount Sinai. They used their last time out.
I think the only thing I'm disappointed with here, Mike, is that or at least my streak, I don't know, I feel like our streak at Varsity Media of 1-goal games might be killed here today. It's been remarkable how many close games we've had. Stall warning on again, and just wrapping the cage. Empty net goal for Cole Marsala, goal number 4.
Couldn't get him turned. Good speed by Marsala getting behind the cage. They couldn't get a double team and get him turned back into the other defender. Now the goal of the double there, Dylan, is trying to get him, one player to play with the ball turned into the other to squeeze him. Couldn't get it. Marsala outran it. Got to figure the Shoreham Waiting River defenders are a little gassed. Played quite a bit of defense today. Played pretty good defense today. A lot of possessions.
Marsala really quick, shifty. He plays crease X. Great lacrosse skill set as well. Probably his lacrosse skill set second only to Joey Spolina on this team. That's a big compliment to Cole Marsala. Hold will go Shoreham Waiting River's way. Final 2:08 here, and it's going to take something monumental here for Shoreham Waiting River to cut into this. They got to go quickly. There's a low shot and a save. The attempt we saw by Gregoric and Wilkin. He's been really good, man. His first-year starter. Solid job clearing the ball, and
he's been excellent, Dylan. Excellent.
This is a guy we haven't mentioned his name a lot, Seguider.
Now we don't have to. I got an over and back. We don't have to keep it in anymore, Dylan. It's more than a 4-goal lead, so to keep it in is off.
Shoreham, can they get something unsettled? Good job, good recovery by the Mount Sinai defense.
New York State could just get to those college, those NCAA rules, Dylan. We don't have to worry about keeping it in.
I wondered if we would get on that soapbox here today, either one of us.
It's a small one today, small one.
I did give that little shot to the Ivies with so many in the NCAA. That's part of my soapbox as well. But
you put the hook out there for me, but I wasn't fishing today.
How is Notre Dame not in the tournament? That's for another day. Skip pass, lefty look, low to high over the net.
I said it before, Dylan. I'm going to repeat myself. I think one of the takeaways for Shoreham Waiting River could be, listen, if we have to play, we get to the range of playing again. We lost by 6, but we did miss the goal quite a bit, or didn't have we had some great looks we couldn't finish. Some of that's maybe the pressure of the Mount Sinai defense. And
Cortez
just couldn't get it on goal.
And you remember, too, a year ago, Mount Sinai, right? They went on, they won a Suffolk championship. They won their first Long Island championship as nice turn and goal by Liam Kursich, his second. 2-2, but Mount Sinai, right? A historic end to this season. But the only blemish was an overtime loss at Shoreham Wading River to end the regular season. I asked Drum, is that a little bit of extra motivation? He says, you don't need it when these two teams play. Maybe for the guys who graduated a year ago, but it's a different year for our guys this year. And obviously, it's not an overtime win for Mount Sinai, but the script has been flipped a little bit for Mount Sinai here today.
I think you would call it a business-like, workman-like effort. And that's a compliment.
Jake Spallina wins the face-off. And even with the big lead, Coretta still diving out of bounds. And you know that his future college coaches love to see that you're playing to the final whistle. We want to invite you to stick around after the game for our RP3 player of the game. I don't think you're going to need too many guesses as to who that might be. Good clear there from Mount Sinai. That was Brett Spallina. So every Spallina having an effect as Mount Sinai. They stay undefeated. They are the top seed in Suffolk Class C, and they hand Shoreham Wading River their only loss of the regular season. A comprehensive win.
Dominated, I believe that you would say they dominated in all aspects of play. Offensive end, defensive end, special teams, face-offs. Great effort by Mount Sinai.
Yeah, the Mustangs, they improved to 16-0. A perfect 14-0. And this big standing room only crowd will go home, at least most of them. The ones who have that 9 mile drive back to Shoreham won't be too happy, but the home fans here at Mount Sinai thrilled that their boys have pulled off a big win to end the regular season.
Well, you would say, Dylan, they're probably going to meet again, so this is round one, possibly. We'll see.
Listen, great sportscast we had for you here today. You want to bring your game to life. The Varsity Media Sportscast is your answer. We've got announcers, multiple cameras, instant replays, and graphics. Great for your rivalry game, senior day, general promotion of your team. Contact us to book a sportscast at 516-403-2050 or visit varsitymedia.net. Let's take a quick break, and we'll get you situated for the RP3 player of the game when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, sportscasts,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
When your crew shows up, you show out. Order catering from Moe's to feed any occasion. With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. For 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. Plus, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to
Welcome back to Mount Sinai again. Mustangs 12-7 win over Shoreham Wading River. Mustangs big win to end the regular season. Joey Spallina is a popular guy and a lot of interview requests, so we will await to have him as our RP3 player of the game. But while we wait, I want to remind you guys about upcoming games on our schedule. Again, I think, Mike, one that you'll watch closely. It's Massapequa Syosset a lot in Nassau Conference A, kind of depending on this one, right? In terms of seeding, Massapequa currently the top seed, and they could pretty much secure that with a win at Syosset. Syosset wins, it might be madness again as it was a year ago, right?
Could throw a little interesting curveball into the event. Port Washington got the win against us last night. Congratulations to them. And it looks like right now it'll be the 2 seed, but we're informing that might be 3. But this could the Syosset upset could change things.
And watch this one close, because Syosset's been that dangerous team. They've been right there as they're trying to figure things out. They are the 4th seed right now. That's a good one tomorrow night or afternoon in Syosset. And this one almost needs no introduction, right? Chaminade and St. Anthony's. Round 3. The first round went to the Friars in Mineola, a 9-goal win. You fast forward to Cy Donnelly Field. Chaminade cuts that deficit to 1. Round 3 coming up Tuesday. Join myself and Rob Pennell on the call at Hofstra's Schubert Stadium for the Catholic AAA Championship.
Hard to beat a team 3 times.
That should be a lot of fun. And also, we want to remind you guys to keep an eye out for our social media channels, because we're going to have some announcements coming up about postseason lacrosse as well. So I want to let you guys know about that as well.
He's making his way, Joey, it looks like.
You see it there at the top of your screen, right? You can subscribe to us on that YouTube channel. Those are our social media handles to our right as well.
Something pretty cool, Dylan, about going to a high school. He goes to a pretty small high school, and Joey will be able to come back here for the rest of his life, bring his family, his kids back his whole life, and say he'll be known as the greatest lacrosse player to ever go to Mount Sinai High School. No disrespect to anybody else, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. But he could do those things and be represented, and he's a great representation of his community and his family. It's awesome. Hopefully he'll be coming here soon, and we'll get him on for the RP3 player of the game.
All right, we're waiting the man himself.
I think he went the other way for a second. Made a U-turn on us.
Little question mark dodge to get up. Our cameraman, Angelo Caezo, just kind of put his arms up. I don't know.
Well, I think what happened was the team's
over
there.
Him. Like, Angelo's got the long pole, and Joey's like, I'm out of here.
He needed a fish in that for him. He wanted to go over to his team, and the coach is speaking right now, and he wants to be part of that.
All right, so we'll take another quick break, and we'll get our RP3 player of the game when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
With fresh, high-quality ingredients craved by all. From customizable nacho and us, we'll even set it up. Now that's good times. Roll all in to Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Under, and what a look.
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Mount Sinai as the Mustangs with a 12-7 win. And that man right there, he's a popular guy. There is no mayor of Mount Sinai, right? But I think if you had the elections, Joey Spallina might be the guy right now signing autographs, kissing babies, shaking hands.
Write-in ballot, Mount Sinai School Board, Election Tuesday, right? Wins on a write-in ballot.
Perhaps.
The mayor of Mount Sinai. It's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, and he was great. Again, last regular season game for him. And the future lacrosse fans, you see it there, always got time for them. We have no problem with this, man. You know, sign your autographs because he's going to be doing a lot of autograph signing in his lacrosse career. We know that for sure.
Doing pretty exciting C classification for playoffs on Long Island, huh?
Yeah, we'll bring up that bracketology again. And again, this was what we showed you was how it looked as of before today's games, right? So we don't know quite yet what happened with the other games. Obviously, we're going to flip these here with Mount Sinai being 1 now and Shoreham being 2. But listen, Islip, a super dangerous 6, right? Bayport, you mentioned, right, with all their D1 guys, and they're finally getting back to health. They're going to be a tough team as well. And you see Miller Place, Sayville, all these teams really, really good. It's going to be a battle.
Yep, and coming out of Nassau, it looks like, Manhasset's lost a couple games, but they've lost to non-Class C competition. And, I'm sure Colts probably Class D, Garden City Class B, so they could be, rolling out and maybe awaiting who comes out of here and make for a Herculean Class C Long Island Championship again for the second year in a row.
Joey Spallina coming on up now to join us as our RP3 player of the game. A big win for Mount Sinai and a great senior day for Joey Spallina. And Joey, Dylan Butler, Mike Hungerford here. We were joking. We kind of thought perhaps if there was a mayor of Mount Sinai, you might be running for it, and you might win that election. You were kissing babies, you were shaking hands, you were signing autographs.
Yeah, it's fun.
This is a day, no doubt, you'll remember for a long time.
No doubt, no doubt.
Listen, you've played in this field forever. It means so much to you and to your family. You knew this day would come at some point, senior day, right? Your last regular season game. What was the emotions like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually telling a couple of my friends before the game, I remember sitting on that same side as an 8th grader, when I'm 13, just probably saying I got so much time, and obviously now that's all done, but, just to play on this field, and I personally think this is the best place to play on Long Island, which I think is probably true. But, yeah, I mean, the emotions were crazy, and then to obviously come out here against a great team and win is obviously awesome.
And that's the other part of it too, right, Joey? I mean, all the emotions that naturally come with the senior day, and then, oh, by the way, it's a battle of undefeated teams, 2 nationally ranked teams. It's your rival from 9 miles away who beat you, who gave you guys your only loss a year ago, right? Yep. So just kind of so much there for you in this one.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously a great team. I think they're top 10 in the country. I think that poll came out yesterday. But, I mean, to have 2 top teams play on the same field probably twice is obviously it's a great game and it's an awesome atmosphere. But yeah, I mean this is just awesome right here.
Joe, when you're coming to a game like this to play, Sherwin, we just referenced a very good team, and it was on senior day. Were there any worry about any maybe distractions of any kind? Your ceremony before, and they're on the other side warming up.
Yeah, I mean we came out here I think a half hour before we normally do, just so we can obviously get the right warm up in, which is what we did, and obviously that was good for us. But I mean, yeah, there's obviously gonna be some distractions on this day, but I mean, I thought we handled it well, and we won the first quarter, which is what you want to do. So, yeah,
awesome.
Joey, 3 goals, 6 assists on the game. The individual accolades, obviously, you know all about, but now you get to the business portion of the season. It's what you play for, right?
Yeah.
What you prepare for in the regular season. How do you think you guys are set up now to play in this postseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in a pretty good spot, but I think we still got to dot our I's and cross our T's and get some things straight away. But I mean, to obviously go, I think it was 16-0 is obviously that's awesome. I think it's the first time we've done that since my freshman year. So. Obviously, to be able to do that and do it against a great team is good. So, yeah, I mean, I think we just got to keep practicing and keep working hard, and I think we're going to get what we want.
Well, Joey Spallina is the RP3 player of the game, presented by Whitmore Insurance. Rob Pennell was a great player on the island, and
no doubt.
Seeing you sign some autographs, I think you're getting ready for this long career as well of playing this great sport.
No doubt.
Joey, congratulations. We know there's a picture waiting for you here with your fellow seniors and your teammates, so you got to get your way back onto the field. But best of luck going forward as well, and thanks for joining us here.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, Joey Spallina, the RP3 player of the game, presented by Whitmore Insurance. Big game by Joey, 3 goals, 6 assists as Mount Sinai wins the game, and you heard him say it, right? The regular season is now over. They've done something they haven't done since maybe his 8th grade year, but now it's on to the portion of the season that you play for. It's the playoffs, and these guys are certainly situated. Again, think about it as well, Mike. They won their first Long Island championship a year ago, but that's the furthest you can go a year ago, right, because of the COVID situation. Now you can go on and play for a state championship. That's something these guys have never done, and it's something at some point that Coach Drum is going to mention to his guys. Not that they have to remind them.
No, I think that, the goals ahead are obvious, and the expectations are obvious, and it sounds like Joey seems like he's pretty focused, and the boys are pretty focused on the task at hand.
That'll wrap things up here from Mount Sinai. Again, final score, the Mustangs, 12-7 winners over Shoreham Wading River. I want to thank our entire crew here at Varsity Media, for my broadcast partner Mike Hungerford, Dylan Butler. Thanking you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.